Hello everybody, hope you're having a good day. One second, I'm just trying to get my chat up on my phone before I do all the transition stuff, because that's how I read chat. There we go, chat's up and ready. Sweet. Now then, just pause out this music. We're going to be playing some more Final Fantasy today, because game fun. And yeah. Alright. So let's transition this over. We're going back in and we're gonna do some a dungeon or two and then get back into the story. Doing dungeons is a good way to warm yourself back up. So dungeons we haven't done. Hullbreaker and Ferris. I was gonna do Hullbreaker today, so let's join up. Oof, that's gonna be an annoying timer, but it's fine. Alrighty. Orb. That event's still going on. Alright. So, how's everybody been doing today? Whew, sorry, I had to yawn. I am one level off from being able to just do this side mission. Let me just drink some additional balsa. Some little water. Let's see. I've been doing pretty good. Played D&D, chilled out, played some games with friends, watched some movies. Had a fun time over my weekend. I actually wonder what's my next thing for leveling up. It would be 54, be right here, which is a rush towards enemies. 56, I get that, which grants enhanced MP. And eventually meditate. That. That, and that, and eventually that, In the way, I get some traits and upgrades and stuff. Yeah. Alright. Just gonna keep walking around in a circle. Oh, shit. Just notice there's like a little area you can go into up there. We can't, but it's like there's an area that people could be inside of. And that got crystal tower piece. Aetheryte tower, as it were. We know it's Aetheryte because it glows the same as the Aetheryte down there at night. Guess that might be a lighthouse, like a magical lighthouse. Guide people into port. Do you think there would be more of them? Yeah, well. Alright, come on. We're 4 minutes into the timer. Jesus. Always a fun thing waiting on that. But it is what it is, what it is. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 brum. Bum, bum, bum. Ah, that's good. You need some good flavor. Come on. Yeah, fuck it. While I wait, I might as well go to Aleport, right? It's just leaves of Aleport. On my motorcycle and ride off. I've been expecting you, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. On behalf of the men and women here, I thank you for your cooperation. The safety of the civilians is paramount. With your aid, we will prevent Leviathan's return. Nice. Kill Leviathan, yeah. Error. Well, that's fun. Why? Why connection error? Let me check my fucking bullshit. Network is low. Yeah. Is my internet like that bad that it just decides to die? I hope not. Come on. This is a pain. The connection is excellent. So why did it suddenly just kick me? Are the servers not doing well or something? I don't know. Back it. As you may already know, Maelstrom scouts have been dispatched to reconnoiter the Sapsa spawning grounds. Though it pains me to admit, the Maelstrom has never faced a foe the likes of this before. We must proceed with all due caution. Among other things, they have orders to determine where Leviathan might emerge. Assuming it comes to that, and yet their return is long overdue. I fear that ill may have befallen them. For better or worse, we must ascertain their fate. If it's not too much to ask, I would have you aid us in the search. 5 scouts ventured into Sapsa, all told. Here, take this flask of restorative to tend to those who may have been wounded. Though it pains me to even consider the notion, if they have perished, circumstances permitting, I ask you to recover their bodies. By no means venture too deep into enemy territory, however. We can ill afford to lose you at this juncture. Okay. Find the people, save them. Let's use it on him. I accidentally skipped his line. Let's go to the event. Help somebody of all the times. Forgot the restorative. Thank you. I owe you my life. We were ambushed by the Serpent Reavers. Lightly armed as we are, we didn't stand a chance. I was able to flee this far, but the others were captured. They were taken to the Serpent's Tongue. I'm certain of it. I can make my own way back to camp, but I fear the worst for my comrades. Save them, I beg you. Alright. Time to save some peeps. Yum. that worked. This is depressing. 2 bodies. Five, 10, 20. I hit the wrong. I'm dumb. That was me just hitting a bad key. Like someone who's dumb. Oh well. Is what it is. It's a short 1-minute cooldown. I am not bothered by it. Alright. And then we land. You're returned. Thank the navigator. When I learned that you weren't, that you went to the Serpent's Tongue by yourself, I feared you would meet an untimely demise. But tell me, what became of the others? Sadly, they are dead. Dear gods, these wounds were not intended to kill, but the torture and the maiming, but to torture and maim. Does their savagery know no bounds? Enemies or no, they go too far. I dread to think what may have become of the 2 who remain unaccounted for. I pray that they haven't suffered the same evil fate. At the very least, one of my men came back alive, and for that I owe you my thanks. The price we paid was dear, but we have the intelligence we need. Even as we speak, the Admiral finalizes the details of the operation. The war horn will be sounded any moment now. Be ready to sally forth when they do. Okay. We get a cutscene. Good, it's not gonna be voiced. Rice damn fishback bastards. I'll kill them slowly and then chase their rotten souls through the 7 hells. Peace, Commander. We are here for a purpose, and vengeance is not it. I want your mind on the task at hand. Savvy? My apologies, Admiral. You may count on me to keep a clear head. Good. According to our sole surviving scout, the Sahagin and their thrall have already begun to amass at the Aetherite in the depths of Sapsa. If we are to act, it must be now. The men are ready, but we but await your orders, Admiral. As predicted, the Sahagin have tightened security around the spawning grounds. A frontal assault is like to be met with fierce resistance. But we are not so artless as that, Commander. We shall divide our forces and strike them hard and fast at key locations. Remember, our ultimate objective is to take the Sapsa Aetherite and eliminate the Sahagin priest presiding over the summit. We are not here to kill them all. The Maelstrom shall engage and distract the Sahagins' legion of drowned pirates at the Serpent's Tongue. Commander, you have charge over this effort. Be mindful that the lay of the land is... The lay of the land is devilish for attacking forces. Let the foreign levy spearhead the assault, and have subsequent units fan out and cover their flanks. I can't do her voice. It's a perfect, my brain don't work, so I'm doing my best. At the selfsame moment, a discovery squadron formed of galleons from the Crimson Fleet shall harry the enemy from ashore, or from offshore. In likewise, we Scion shall form smaller units in hopes of confusing the Sahagin defensive efforts. Yumalai and Y'shtola, the two of you are to make your way to the site of the summoning ritual. Huh. The Admiral's diversion shall serve to thin the enemy's defenses, rendering their path less perilous. A small party, I believe, should be able to win through without drawing unwanted attention. Thancred and Yugiri, your mission is to lure as many Sahagin as possible out of the spawning grounds. Oh shit. Having done so, take to your heels and circle round to join the infiltration team of Y'shtola and Yumalai. When all has been set in motion, I myself shall cut a path to the Aetheryte, accompanied by Lady Minfilia, as was agreed. Well, don't let me keep you, friends. To battle! When last did we fight side by side, Yumalai? Too long ago, I warrant. But come, let us away. Yay! Yay! Time for fighting. The Sahagins don't have AA. I'll be fine up in the air. But just in case, let's go higher. And drop down. I'm just bad at choosing the correct things sometimes. Okay. Done. Then drop down again. And done this. Yep. Fly over the enemies. Land down here next to your robot. And go up. Nearly 3K. Not bad. Oh, she was injured. Pray, do not concern yourself. It was a glancing blow. Come, the Aetheryte is close at hand. Let us press on.
Damn them. They have made thralls of soldiers and civilians both.
Not good.
Did I miss much? So that is how you fight in the Far East. Mental note, pick no quarrel with Domans. But seriously, if I am to keep up, I must needs forsake elegance for efficiency.
Picks up on fighting styles fast.
To the Aetheryte!
You'll forgive me my lateness.
I wish there was a dual-wielding pistol class.
I've been something of a liability of late, I know. 'Tis high time I set about making amends.
Long have you shriveled swordwalkers tormented our kind. But no more! Your time is at an end! You shall perish with salt in your wounds and sea in your lungs. Lord of the world, hearken to our plea. Lord of the world, deliver us from our misery.
Do you feel that?
Well, shit.
I know this sensation. It's the echo.
What? Ah! Such power! It is transcendent!
That's not good.
7 hells.
Strike me down if you will. It is futile. I have mastered the gift. I am eternal. O mighty Leviathan, ruler of the seas, born of waters primordial, I offer unto you this frail flesh, that you might grant your faithful servants deliverance. I beseech you, come forth!
Die, damn you!
Foolish shorewalker! You cannot kill that which is eternal!
Yeah, but you can lock it away indefinitely. Oh shit.
Heavens forfend.
Damn it all!
My being ebbs away. It should by right be infinite. Am I not immortal? Curse you, emissary! You promised me everlasting.
And down he goes. That's the next thing I gotta fight. That's gonna be fun.
Where did he go?
What say you? Nary a single ship? Hells take that sea demon! Gather the survivors and get to shore. Leave the wrecks for the pirates. Leviathan wastes no time. The diversionary squadron is lost. For a mercy, 'twould seem the Primal now makes for open sea. But why does he not press his advantage? Unless... God save us. He means to unleash a tidal wave.
Okay, that's not good. Understand, I speak of no normal wall of water. That which Leviathan makes ready to conjure carries more destructive power than aught seen in nature. Enough to raise entire coastal settlements. If his last attempt is any guide, we cannot suffer history to be repeated. Yet how in the seven hells are we to prevent it? Stab. Though our plight cries out for action, we must take thought. So long as Leviathan remains in the open sea, he is effectively beyond our reach. Our fleet is second to none. Of that you may be sure. But Limlane herself would struggle to best the Lord of War in his element. In a straight fight, he would make meat and matchwood of us all. We need another plan. That much is plain. Let us return to Limsa and see if we cannot think of one. I shall await you in the command room. Okay. Alright, to Limsa. Alright, let us move back up this way and go up that fucking thing. Yeah. You are expected in the command room. Pray, do not keep the Admiral waiting. Going up. Please be voiced.
There used to be a hamlet beyond South Tidegate in western La Noscia. Hearthstone, 'twas called. Some years prior to the Maelstrom's founding, Leviathan rose from the briny depths and set about unleashing watery hell upon us. On that occasion, the company of heroes put him down before he could do too much damage. But when the bastard came next, this time in the wake of the calamity, we were not so fortunate. Weary of ravaging our shoreline, he summoned a tidal wave which fair leveled Hearthstone and washed the soil away for good measure.
The area was subsequently occupied by the Sahagin.
Aye, the thrice-damned creatures transformed it into a spawning ground for their brood. Given the quantity of crystal stolen to feed him and his legion of thralls, we can be fairly sure that Leviathan is stronger now than in his previous incarnations. If that sea demon is left to wreak havoc, what befell Hearthstone may well befall a larger settlement, even Limsa. That cannot happen. The primal must be stopped.
That was ever our objective, Admiral. But how are we to achieve it? The sea is Leviathan's uncontested domain. The ships of the 3rd Squadron could not close to within 100 yards of the Primal, nor could their cannons pierce his defenses.
I have read the reports, Master Thancred. Our warships may as well have been bloody pleasure barges for all the good they did. 7 hells! Is there no way that we might strike back?
The company of heroes defeated Leviathan, having first lured him into an inlet. But we must needs contend with him upon the open sea. It will avail us little to consult past experience.
Admiral, if I may.
Speak freely, Marshal.
By all accounts, Leviathan's most formidable weapon is the very sea itself. Waves and whirlpools, tides and currents, all these things are his to command. The key to victory, I believe, lies in disarming our foe. This, in effect, is what the company of heroes achieved with their ruse. We cannot lure Leviathan from the sea a second time. But what if we could weaken his hold upon the element of water? I have heard of devices capable of such wonders. They draw upon the power of corrupted crystals, I am told. If mounted upon a ship, such a device might be used to prevent Leviathan from bringing the full force of the sea to bear against us, rendering him no more dangerous than any other sea serpent.
Of course! Sid built a similar device to grant the Enterprise safe passage through Garuda's Tempest, did he not?
Begging your pardon, my lady, but to give credit where it's due, this is something I heard from an old arcanist friend of mine.
It makes little difference who thought of it first, so long as it works. Beg the specifications of this device from your friend, and I shall pass them on to our people at Naldic and Vermelis. But before we proceed any further, I would voice one concern. Piercing Garuda's defenses is one thing. Suppressing Leviathan's attacks, quite another. In matters of science, I am as a babbling babe, but I cannot well imagine that such a feat would be possible without a veritable mountain of corrupted crystals. The question being, do we have a ship big enough to bear such a burden?
Mayhap not, Admiral, but two might. Recall you the tale of Mistbeard's greatest haul? It is said that he lashed 2 ships together, side by side, the better to bear his plunder. By your leave, we might attempt to repeat the trick. The gods know it would be quicker than building a new vessel.
Mistbeard did this. Truly, Marshal, upon the subject of the Pirate King, you are as a scholar.
Now, from what I have gleaned of these matters, the device will need to be in close and constant proximity to the target. To wit, we must lash our twin vessel to Leviathan. This in itself will be no small feat. Ramming speed will be required, but given the weight of the cargo, that will only be attainable with the aid of a towing vessel. Suffice it to say, the task of piloting said vessel will entail considerable danger, and I would not ask it of another. I volunteer myself.
'Twill be dangerous for all involved, but we have no better recourse. Very well. Commodore, assemble the remnants of the fleet at Morabee Bay. Give priority to our soundest vessels. The repairs can wait. Storm Marshal Slafierson, command of the operation is yours. I want that twin vessel ready to sail post-haste.
At once, Admiral.
And then there is the small matter of slaying the beast. The fate of Limsa Lominsa rests upon your shoulders once again. Go well, warrior of light.
I'm gonna take down a sea serpent. The king of worlds. Being held as... Oh, shit, fuck ass. I hate that they don't have two separate things. As long as it goes into a mini cutscene like this, the continuation thing is on both. They should separate the two. Oh well. Being held as gods also exists. Beings held as gods also exist in what you call the Far East. Legends tell us that they walk among us in days of yore. But I confess that I never truly believed them. That I should live to behold one is humbling and horrifying in equal measure. Now that I have come face to face with a primal, I do begin to understand why the Garleans fear them so. What is it? A message, Admiral. I judged it was best to that it be delivered at once. I am listening. According to the Yellow Jackets, a man has appeared who claims to be to have defeated Leviathan. One of the company of heroes? The details are hazy. We have dispatched one of our own to question the individual. I am disinclined to put store in by this claim, and even should it be true, it is as Y'shtola said. None save the company of heroes have bested Leviathan. We know how they went about it. If this man is of their number, what could he tell us that we don't already know? And yet, having wagered Limsa's survival on 2 ships, some rope, and a pile of crystals, can we afford to ignore this man? If his testimony comes true, if his testimony could yield us any manner of advantage, should we not hear it? Damn it all. The twin vessels will soon be ready. We have no time to wait for the Maelstrom's report on this supposed Primal Slayer's claim. Yumalai, seek him out and learn what he knows. At the very least, it will spare you the torment of waiting for the reckoning in idleness. All right. The man you were looking for is believed to be a resident of the Grey Fleet in Lower Lenosia. The Storm Private sent to question him should already be in the vicinity. May your journey prove fruitful. Okay. Get the command room, then we can teleport. Boop. Alright. Right there. God, that's an awkward spot. I'll teleport to Custodial Soul. I know that spot. It's that lying bitch. Again, trying to claim some form of, oh, I'm so great. Is it time to get his, for us to rock his shit, right? Just, even as a samurai, just punch him in the face. Just lay him out cold. Flying, yay! And through that gate. Yup. It's that same guy. Now look here, you. Now look here, you. You'll have your bloody story right after you carry those sacks of grain over to the mill. But sir, that's what you said before you had me pick up those oranges for you, and before I mucked out the chocobo stables, and before I rolled that millstone over at the mill, and also before... Gods, man. I've worked 3 days straight without a wink of sleep. 3 days. And do you hear me complaining? Bah, I suppose... I think I went a little deeper with this one. I suppose some of us just aren't made for the rougher, for the rougher stuff. Alright, alright. I'll give you what you want. Never let it be said that old Trachom ain't a generous soul. Now prick up your ears, 'cause I won't be repeating myself. Too modest, see? Besides, there's only so much epicness a man can take in one city. You can? The tale of Trachom's epic victory over the dread primal Levabeatus. Levabeatus is huge, make no mistake. To give an idea how big, each of his scales is about as wide across as one about wide across as one that's worded weird. Each one of his scales is about as wide across as me members long. Oh. I see what he's saying. And that's no mean feat, let me tell you. And now, let me tell you. When I fought him, I could barely see for all the brine he was pelting me with. Must have been a lagoon's worth at least. He even knocked me and my trusty axe out of me hand at one stage. Of course, that proved to be a great mistake. What happened next? Why, I grabbed him by his tail and tied him up in knots. But not wanting to take all the glory for myself, I let me mates in the company of heroes handle the rest. Like I said, I'm modest as well as heroic. Mayhap too modest. Now, there's some as say you can never truly defeat Levabeatus. That you've got to learn to live with him and make the best of a bad situation. Not the company, though. It's you! I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I was just enjoying the attention, is all. I'll take it back. Everything I said. I was never part of the company heroes. I'm no marauder. I'm actually a complete coward. I'm nothing. I'm Chocobo Dung. No. I'm the maggots you find wriggling in Chocobo Dung. I have to lie to women to tumble 'em. And that don't happen much. Remember's tiny. It's pathetic. I sure as hell didn't fight Leviabetus, but I have seen him with me own eyes. 'Twas far few years back, when I was working as a baker's hand. I was shirking my duties one day, loitering by the about the harbor, when I saw it. A great massive sea serpent, some malm across, some malms off the coast. With a fleet of galleons making straight for it, cannons firing. I was so bloody scared I soiled myself right then and there. Or there and then. Oh gods. Just remembering the day made me soil myself all over again. We didn't need to know that. Hey, wait. If you're asking about Leviabetus, it means you're planning to fight him, ain't you? Well, take care. He really is terrible, dreadful, I tell you. If you're not if you're not careful, you'll end up in his gullet or at the bottom of the sea. Why, you worthless, lying whoreson. I cannot believe you made me handle Chocobo Dung. Yubalai, it's Minfilia. This is Minfilia. Were you able to learn art from of use against Leviathan? I beg your pardon. Leviabetus, I see. That is unfortunate. At any rate, I have tidings for you. The twin vessel is now complete. We await you at Moraby Dry Docks. Pray, make your way here as soon as you're able. God damn it, Trachom, whatever your name is. You're wasting everyone's time in a time where you shouldn't be wasting time. Yep. Bastard. Alright. Leviabetus. It's like diabetes, except worse. It's bigger diabetes. I accidentally clicked and that stopped me because I'm holding right click to move. Like to turn and all that. Alright, and landing. I'm told your jaunt to the Grey Fleet proved fruitless. My sympathies, lad. I'll wager it served to take your mind off the events of recent days, though. But enough of that nonsense. The moment of truth is upon us. The twin vessel, the Whirl Eater, I call her, is complete, and she surpasses all my expectations. In addition to her prodigious tonnage, she has been fitted with a platform that you and yours might maneuver freely in battle. I would mention also that she is nigh unsinkable, but I'm not one to tempt fate. The World Eater and her crew stand ready, my friend. Just give us the word, and we shall bear you to Leviathan. Understood. Time to eat a whirl. Whirl. Ah, I know that look. You are ready. Having been constructed in some haste, the World Eater may not be pretty, but I assure you she is capable. She has been fitted with what our friend at Naldig and Vimeli are calling a elemental converter. Assuming the thing works, it will use the power of the corrupted crystals on board to rob Leviathan of his hold over water. Depending on how the battle unfolds, you may well need to activate the device manually. Keep that in mind. It is expected that the Sahagin and their thralls will attempt to come to Leviathan's defense. Accordingly, the Maelstrom will once again employ diversions. Thancred and Yashola, I would have you assist in this effort. If it is to fulfill its purpose, your diversionary force must not want in numbers. By your leave, I would too would volunteer my blade. We would welcome it. Having seen you fight in Sapsa, I dare say the fishbacks will find your presence highly diverting. Thancred and Yashtola, if you would join the Third Levy, and Lady Yagiri the Fifth. But what word have I for the man who has made a sport of slaying gods? Only these. Go warily, for the sea is an unforgiving place to wage war. May the navigator guide you through the storm, warrior of light. I would echo the Admiral's sentiments, and add a few words of mine own. Know that we all have the utmost faith in you, Yumalai. May the crystal bless you. May the crystal bless and keep you. Alright. I love how the World Leader, there's just a hard mode. Also, I was wrong. There's actually more versions of difficulty. So it's normal, hard, savage, extreme, then ultimate. So there are 5 difficulties in total. Ultimate being there's only a few ultimates, and those ones are to get special equipment. Like, they're the hardest thing you can do, and there's currently 5 of them? They put one out per expansion. I'm probably not going to be doing them for a very long time, if ever. So, yeah. Alright. Well then. Let's click that button and, hopefully find a group to do World Leader. Wow. And hopefully quickly. Let's see. Yep. Got the equipment that'll keep me up, keep me alive. Currently. Still need to replace these 3. If I do, though, ooh, will it be tough? Fancy car. Alright, come on. Waiting for the thing to be ready kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Spider-Man. Come on. Very awkward just trying to figure out something to talk about while waiting for a cue to pop. Fuck. 1 second. My body's telling me to go use the restroom, which is always fun when you're in the middle of a queue while streaming. But oh well, when you gotta go, you gotta go. So I will be right back. I'll put on some music for everybody. Let's be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Let me just get everything going here. Pause out this music real quick. Transition over. Perfect. Alright, so that we have to wait again. Do apologize. But you know, when your body tells you to do something, you kind of have to. Alright. Well, while we wait, we can just take a look around the area. 'Cause I didn't get a good look around here before. Nice little beach. There's the dry dock over there. Peninsulas and stuff. And archipelagos. A nice little lighthouse up here. There's that other dock. Let's get a closer look at this area over here. I'm actually curious. Oh. Those are birds flying over. Yeah, like all of this used to be sand, but it turned to glass when that yellow thing hit the ground. Same kind of yellow energy thing that hit Ferris. It's kind of cool. It hit and turned the ground into glass. And as you can see, but the closer it gets to the middle, the more heated the glass was, so it changed the color itself. So that also used to be like a beach, and now it's all just a giant sculpture of glass. It's kind of fucking badass, to be honest. Let's see, anything else? No. You got that crane up there, which is kind of cool looking. You got the bridge over here. Just gotta fly over to it. Which this bridge would have taken a lot of work to make. Like, just look at this thing. This would be a pain in the ass to make over that water. Looks like they're constantly still working on it. Trying to reinforce and stabilize and everything. Or that, or it's still being made. Who knows which. Actually, the looks of it, it used to be a full stone bridge. But I guess during the calamity that happened, it got destroyed, so they are remaking it out of metal and wood, attaching it to the old structure. Kinda cool. Got this little thing here. Guessing another lighthouse. And these are to just guide people away from that cliffside and into there. And they have to have these nets up in order to not allow rocks to fall to land on ships that go through. Which is kind of nice. Then over there's the farmland, which we have seen a lot of. There's the bridge back to Limsa, which looks real nice. But I can't park up here. That'd be nice. There's another White House out there. Never noticed that. Running out of things to say. Let's get a better look at these dry docks. Because why not? First, let's get a better look at this crane. Very big one. Very cool design. Even got rust on it to show it's near the sea. And the structure of it is mainly made out of wood. The mechanisms are made out of metal. Which makes a lot of sense. Got a mini crane there, same thing, kind of rusty, mostly made out of wood. With some metal pieces to it. The new ship they're still working on. which will never be complete. Because if it was complete, they would send it out into the water, and then people that late in the game could just fly through it, and it would confuse the hell out of newer players. Ooh, but this blade tip is meant for ramming and for breaking ice. I can tell you that much. Though, if you're gonna add like that kind of tip, you should bring the blade up a little higher to aid in that cracking. But you know, it should work. Also, how the hell does this guy get down? Or this guy for that matter. I guess this right here is how he gets out. They like lower it down and a bridge is laid out. This dude up here is kind of fucked. Guess they use a crane. They use that crane with a little scoop and just go clink, pick him up and take him. Any more weird people here? I guess they could just put a little bridge across. And then walk out through there and pop out. And people on top, it's pretty obvious. They just put a bridge out. Wait, you can actually hop off right here? Okay, that's funny. There, jump there. Perfect spot to hang out. And that is a gibbous. The moon, I mean. Because it goes full half, or full crescent. No, full gibbous, half crescent, new, crescent, half gibbous, full, and rotate. Which is kind of cool. Little moon fact there for you. Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Oh my god, sometimes trying to get these main quest things done with Duty Finder is a pain, but this one can only be done in Duty Finder. So I literally have to wait on other people to be willing to do it. Or queue up for something similar. One of the roulettes that has it in there. Come on, game. Come on. Just give me some people. And they need something to prioritize. Like, hey, somebody's looking for this, so shift people that way. Story quest. Priority. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. A massive pain in the ass. Come on. Originally it was 5-minute average wait time, and I'm already at 10. I'm double wait time already. Do I have like something that is reducing my priority or something? Because that'd be fucked up. Dun, 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 there we go. Come on, accept, please. Come on, last DPS. Yay, the last DPS didn't fall asleep at the wheel. Alright. Alright, here we go. They're firing cannons at the thing. Wow, he's bad aim. Come on. We got this. This is Leviathan. Mr. Worldwide. Big's gonna happen. Oh, whirlpool. Popped that at the wrong time. Oh well. It happens. Oh, it's almost down. And done. Down goes Leviathan. Alright, let's get the rest of that. Better accommodations, I'll give it to him. Everybody leaves those so quickly if you're watching it at all. You know, if you're watching the cutscene at all, it's just like, nope, they're gone. Alright. Well, King of World's done. Let's go back to the command room. Alright. Oh, these loading screens. There we go. Let's go. This way we go. Gotta go talk to the Admiral again. Knowing the urgency of your business, I thought it would be best to refrain from making conversation during your past few visits. But today I will permit myself a few words. I feel truly privileged to have had the honor of admitting a hero such as you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir. And on that note, the Admiral awaits you in the command room. Yay! Going up. Please be voiced.
We Lominsons are sworn to strive, till sea swallows all. And swallow all it would have, had Leviathan prevailed. That we still strive now, we owe in no small part to you. Not for the first time, you have delivered Limsa Lominsa from the wrath of a primal. Never has our nation known a stouter ally. On behalf of my people, I give you my humblest thanks.
No worries. It was fun in doing it.
'Tis meet that I give thanks to old Mistbeard, too, for his fine solution. Whatever else he may have been, 'tis clear he was a resourceful soul. Would that I had a man like him in my service.
Before I set foot in these lands, I had no inkling that the people of Eorzea contended with such mighty foes. Suffice it to say, their existence came as something of a shock, as did the idea that they could be defeated. This experience has served to remind me of the vastness of the world, and the boundless potential of man. Though I am but a refugee in this realm, I would fain be of use to you in your fight. Know that I am tutored in one of the foremost combat arts of the Far East. It may seem outlandish to the Eorzean eye, but should any of your people care to learn, I would be pleased to initiate them.
And I will see to it that they are grateful. I have no doubt that your knowledge and skills will serve us well. Besides, your art is not so outlandish as you think. Would you not agree, Master Thancred?
Naught escapes your searching eye, Admiral. Few are privy to this information, but Limsa Lominsa is home to a certain secret fraternity. Its members are trained in a form of combat not unlike your own. By my judgment, it should not be beyond such individuals to adapt to the techniques I witnessed you employing with such admirable deftness.
I am heartened to hear this. I too noted a kinship between your style and mine own, though it seemed to me that you fought differently in the beginning.
I suppose I did. What can I say? I'm a man of many talents.
Though you may labor to believe it, Thancred was once something of a scoundrel who fraternized with the criminal class in these parts.
Yestola! You jest, of course.
But for a chance encounter with Alphino's grandsire, he might never have left Limsa Lominsa, or received an education in Sharlayan, or taken up his post in Uldar, which is where he trained in the blade, lest you wonder.
Minfilia, please!
It would seem there is more to you than meets the eye, Master Thancred.
Lady Yugiri, I am told that you and yours came to Eorzea seeking permanent resettlement, and that many domins have since been engaged as frontier hands at Revenant's Toll. Moderna is many things, but a place of refuge it is not. Know that I would like nothing better than to furnish your people with a new home here on Lominsan soil. Alas, racked by instability as we are, our nation is in no fit state to take you in. Yet I'll not have it said that we turned a blind eye to your suffering. Until such time as we can do more, I pledge to send provisions.
We are in your debt, Admiral. I realize that it scarce qualifies as repayment, but if it please you, I shall set about sharing my martial knowledge with your people at once.
This is gonna be the part where I have to talk, ain't it?
You wished a word in private.
The better not to spoil the festive mood. History repeats itself, Admiral. As the kobolds did before them, the Sahagin resorted to summoning their god over a territorial feud. They acted in self-preservation. It may be that the Sahagin initiated this particular clash, but how it begins does not interest me so much as how it ends.
I have not forgotten our conversation, Y'ashtola. I am aware that man bears part of the blame for the Primal's existence. Nor am I ignorant of the Sahagin's reason for acting. They sought to secure a place to breed and multiply that their kind might survive. Self-preservation, as you say. But we have as much right to live and thrive as they. If our own survival is threatened, are we to lay down our arms and welcome oblivion? Nay.
I'm a horse.
And so you kill, that you might live. Yet if living is a right, then that right belongs to all peoples, be they men or beastmen.
I'll not deny your reasoning, but when a storm gathers, it falls to me to see my people safely through it. That is my duty, and I shall do it.
As must we all, Admiral. Stay the course, then, but know that it will lead to no good end.
man has ever put himself first and foremost. To justify his actions, he clads himself in the armor of righteousness, though it be a fancy of his own making. In this, mayhap the Garleans and we Domans are not so different.
Eorzea has become as a raging sea. If we are to keep our heads above the waves, we cannot scruple to drown the man next to us. When hopes of coexistence founder, strength must determine who has the greater right to live.
Incomplete. Poke my cat. Because she's cute. And was just laying there cutely. There we go. Oh, that's at level 50, 90 IL, but it's not good compared to what I'm using. The Admiral has informed me of the arrangement. I have in my keeping a letter of introduction for Lady Yugiri. To the south stands a gate leading to a pier for smaller fishing vessels. Look for an inconspicuous Huron man there and present the letter to him. He serves as a gatekeeper of sorts. Now, before you go, I am obliged to remind you that the numbers of the fraternity, or members of the fraternity to which you would be introduced, abide in the shadows of Luminson society. They value their independence more highly than pirates, and are united by a bond stronger than mithril. To wit, they are invariably wary of new faces. Though it be penned by the Admiral herself, mere words on parchment will get you only as far as only so far into their confidence. You must work for every ounce of trust they place in you. But there is a letter. Go to the aforementioned place and show it to the aforementioned man. Oh, and good luck. I know exactly who you're talking about, if I know correctly. Somebody we've all met before. It's the good old leader of the Thieves Guild, probably. That's how you learn Dancer. No, that's how you... No, yeah, that's how you learn Dancer. That's how you learn, Sage right there. Rotten damn dare. Yeah, shadowy woman. Oh, inconspicuous man and shadowy woman. Got business with me, Ventra? Maybe it's not the same people I'm thinking of. So, you're... Oh, Dad fucked you. Why? Why is it always that the talking ones and the voiced ones have the same thing for that? So I miss a fucking line. It angers me. So, you're the man the Admiral sent word of. I was hoping I might catch a glimpse of Thancred too. Been a while since I saw his shite-eating grin. But what with all the doe-eyed wenches about, I expect he's got his hands full. and you must be the Far Easterner that Merlweb says wants to train with us. Welcome to Limsa, my lady. I am Gilgiri of Doma. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. I must confess, when I first learned of your organization, I had certain preconceptions as to the nature of your membership. It would seem I was mistaken. You're not the first person to say that, lass. Limsa's a city of pirates, to be sure, and pirates don't give two farts about keeping a spotless reputation. They hardly need a secret society to do their dirty work. Might be as my people and I keep to the shadows, but we've got nothing to be ashamed of. It's simply better for business that we remain unseen. And so you have developed fighting techniques suited to this purpose. I see. Know that the practitioners of my art, too, are denizens of the shadow. It is in stealth that our strength lies. There is much we might learn from one another, I think. Then what in the seven hells are we waiting for? If you'd come with us, you Gary, what's it? We can get acquainted in more private surrounds, huh? That didn't come out right, did it? Master Humalai, I shall remain with these people for a time, that I might study their ways. Though I am loath to be separated from my countrymen, I take solace in the knowledge that they are in the best of hands. You have been a true friend to us Domans. No words would suffice to express my gratitude. Ere long, I hope to begin imparting my martial knowledge to the people of Eorzea. When that time comes, it would be my honor to welcome you as a student. Thank you. All right. Through the maelstrom. Much and more has occurred since first I beheld Eorzea from the galleon's deck. Suffice it to say, I did not envisage being invited to play a part in your noble struggle. But forgive me, I have kept you on overlong. Doubtless you have pressing business of your own. Rest assured that I no longer require an escort in this land. When next you meet Lady Menphilia, pray relay to her my humblest thanks. Would that I could do so in person, but I must needs fulfill my promise to the Admiral. Till we meet again, warrior of light. Alright, back to the Rising Stones. More Jonah. More dope. No. Into the rising stone. There's Hosen and Koharu. Doware, Higiri. Those are two new people we haven't met yet. Any more over here? There's Yosen. Nice to see new faces in the Rising Stone. Alright. Alright, just sitting in a better position.
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo. Though I cannot well explain the how of it, it would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul. But never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable. As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder. Could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Eorzea's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long.
Speaking of Eorzea,
Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Baldessian.
What of them?
My lady, the Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be.
'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
Not good.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned. It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Oh no. Not revolution. Revolution could be very, very bad. Very bad indeed. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone, everything. No, it avails us not to speculate. Eorzea will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one close to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations, which we had previously attuned to good King Mugamog the Seventh. That the king is no more. The king is no more as a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in the Twelveswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest suggests the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you Asilia, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problem? A band of refugees hailing from Uldar, this time, are to come to Revenant's Toll seeking asylum. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domans. At present, they are in the seventh heaven, awaiting a formal response. I see. Mayhaps this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Asilia, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread, and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Yumalai, I should be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Alright. Alright. Time to talk to more people. Time to go to 7th Heaven. Oh, right over here. I missed him. I apologize for keeping you waiting. My name is Benfilia. I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. 12 be praised, it is you! We're ready to and willing to work, same as the Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Please, calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know not of your situation. Beg your pardon, Antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off scraps from Uldar for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one what God took. My brain. They say there's work, but there's not for an honest man. Not as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us up. They climbed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I knew we had to run. The only question was where. And then it came to me, Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was a product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathize deeply with your plight, but pray understand it is not possible for an organization of our means to aid all who have been affected by the calamity. And so it is with great regret that I must deny your request. But we've nowhere else to go. You're turning your backs on us? If I might have a word. Tataru, is aught amiss? Ill tidings from Uldar, my lady. Alphino has been wounded. What? How? Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently, lashing out at any and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. Seven hells, now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Now, Descendant, please. If you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep up the ones we have. My lady? We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more of the circumstances surrounding this riot, I am not certain what aid, if any, we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alphino quickly. If he is in danger or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray, do not concern yourself with the matter we are discussing earlier. Yida and Papalimo will see to it. Alphino is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Yumalai. Alright. Thanalan. Ugh. Oh, shit. Alright, so now I can just go like that. There, right, met. Yeah. I forgot which one. What is this again? The flustered attendant? Fire Reaper. How fast I can't get yet. I have to hit level 70 for it. Oh well.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Ul'dah, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Ul'dah is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Ul'dan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Alamigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Ul'dan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers, while more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest, nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Oh, that's great. The person who planned this knew about the joint training. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable that an incident of this kind would eventually occur, given the rising tension within the Sultanate. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular riot may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good. Then you will accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raban has to say upon the matter. Hey everybody, I just gotta say, my stomach's feeling a bit off right now, so I might end a little, early today. Just because stomach is not doing well. Suddenly, sadly. But yeah, we'll pick it back up tomorrow. I'll send you guys on a raid somewhere, and we'll continue moving on. Let me just get over here to where we'll need to be so we can just immediately pick up the quest or continue the quest line. So yeah, we'll end things off here today. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave a follow. That'd be fantastic. If not, I understand. If you did, though, I do have a YouTube where all my VODs will be. Subscribe there would be great. And I have a Twitter that'll most of the time tell you when I'm streaming. I forgot to do it today, and I do apologize, but yeah. So yeah, let me just find someone to raid. Let's see, come on, open up. One second. Things are just loading. All right, let me get Twitch up so, on my computer here so I can tell who is stream. Oh, thanks thing. I did not want to click that. I want to click there. Fucking thing. All right. I think I'll send you guys to Noah, or who built the Ark. He's a cool dude. Hope you all enjoyed today. I did my whole spiel already, so I'll catch you on tomorrow. I'll try and go full-time tomorrow. Just today with my stomach. Last couple days, my stomach's been a little iffy, so it makes sense that my stomach's a little iffy right now, huh? Oh, well. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Laters.